Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels.
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Till I Die TV. Your first choice for everything Leicester City. Tune in and join in now.
Right, Chris.
All right there, all right at the back. How are you doing? With every show I do, I'm kind of forgetting last night. I'm going to have to do about 20, I think, to get over it. But welcome along. I hope you are feeling well. Got a few internet problems tonight, so if I do look a little bit pixelated, it's how I normally look, to be honest with you. Since I did the bank job, I have to go out with this pixelated mask on. So a lot of people say I look better for it, but then you know what they're like. It's like Craig. He's horrible at times. Leicester Till I Die. Thanks for watching. We're back on Twitter. Twitter's working and Twitter's up, which it wasn't before. So Twitter, Facebook, and of course, if you're on YouTube, Leicester Till I Die TV, please give us a sub. We would love you forever. And if you're listening on Catch Up, on the old podcast, Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google, to name but three, your favourite podcast platform, we thank you for listening. This is where you can find us.
Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favourite podcast platform. Or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
And the quiz is back. The big fat, which is my part of the quiz, the big fat football quiz is back. This is the 14th one we've done, and we're going to be having a fan from Crystal Palace on. Indeed. This is Quiz of the Week, and got news about a new presenter.
It's the Big Fat Football Quiz with Leicester Till I Die TV. So you think you know your football? Well, let's see. Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Rich from Eagle Eyed Football Channel. He's a bit nervous, shall I say, to start with. I think he's getting more and more... I'm dragging this out because I want to get him more and more nervous as we go along. Got a new presenter joining us next Tuesday. Some say he's arrogant, bigoted, opinionated, obnoxious, and prejudiced. Yeah, I know what you think. It isn't Craig. It is a special guest, blue tinted specs fan. And I can't ever say that when I've had a few drinks, I tell you. Joining us on Tuesday is going to be very opinionated. Should be interesting. 10 o'clock Tuesday. We're going to do it at 10 o'clock, just in case he says something he shouldn't. Talking of which, good evening to Craig. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you, Chris. Yeah, it's good. Can I just take this opportunity while I'm on here? Obviously, a few people know it's not been the best of weeks for me, but I just wanted to say a big thank you to Chris and the other guys on the channel and all those people who've watched, who follow on all the different channels and the website and Facebook for all their they're good. They're kind messages. I just want to say it meant a lot, and it just shows you what a fantastic family the Leicester Till I Die family is. So thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. Special guest time. What can I say? Million record selling artist. All I can say is hello. Is it me you're looking for? Lionel Richie, how the devil are you, sir?
You know what? For a split second, I was thinking, wait, it's taken a long time to mention Lionel Richie.
Oh, it's like the Southampton fans when they come on. They do know I will always mention the 9-0, however long it takes. But come on, Craig. This is Lionel's twin brother, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, I mean, you must have, if you were a Bournemouth fan, it would have been Eagle-Eyed Cherry. I mean...
Even Dan, good evening, sir. How are you? Lionel Richie says that as well. Not just, although, yeah, you could do a song for Europe, you two, Lionel Richie and Ed Sheeran, couldn't you?
It's a great shout. Big up, Dan. Dan, how are you, by the way?
And he's looking forward to this. He says, "Great to see Craig back. What a man! Nice words, Dan."
Cheers, Dan.
Those of you that know Dan, he is a Burnley fan.
Yes,
but he did admit a few shows ago, not on my show, on somebody else's show, and it did kind of spread on YouTube. I'm sorry, Dan, but I'm going to have to mention this, that you had Man United pajamas when you were younger. I mean, you were holding an S Club 7 CD in the picture as well, but I think the Man United bit is slightly worse. And I was on a show and he sort of put the picture up. He was mad. He should have known better, but he put the picture up. And then we had a conversation about the fact that the night before he tried to wee in the corner of his bedroom. All I will say is, and if there was a plant there, I could have understood it. You know what I mean? But trying to water that. But if you want to know all about it, if you want to see the clips, I was up till 6 o'clock this morning editing it. Go on to Leicester Till I Die TV. It's the first one on the latest shows, and it's just called How to Wind a Mate Up, because it's a sign of true friendship that when a mate is down, you kick him.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, if he's drunk and walking by the canal, you nudge him in. I mean, he shouldn't have expected any more. Simon, you're back. How are you, sir? Yes. Easier times. He didn't rub it in too much earlier on, I must be honest with you. Evening, Chris, and your panel. Looking forward to the quiz. LDH, welcome back, Craig. Good luck with the quiz. And Turf, Dan says again, I thought holding the CD would take away the embarrassment of the pajamas. I was sleepwalking. Yeah, whatever. What was that noise that your partner said you made when you got it out? Was it the plopping of your... No, let's not go there. Watch the video. Leicester Till I Die TV. And it is on the under the heading latest shows, how to embarrass a mate. It's only 7 minutes. It's well worth a look. Dan will love you forever. He won't. Anyway, now we've stopped taking the piss out of Dan. We've got a quiz to go. So, do you want to do the rules?
No, Chris. This is you've done it so well for so long. It's your moment. Take it away.
That's just being lazy, isn't it? I think. Right. Let's have a look. Where I've got it all here somewhere. I used to be organised. Let's bring this in. So basically, this is how it's going to work. And what I wanted to do before, and I went on to the wrong one, is just take that off. So, Rich, contestants must be on camera for the whole show for obvious reasons, even though I do know you're probably going to email in a friend, but contacting a friend is not an option.
What friend?
It's a small select group, that Crystal Palace home end, isn't it? We're not going to sort of give you 10 seconds or anything like that, but if you're going on for sort of over a minute, we can time you out on your answer.
You'll hear me say pass very quickly.
Yes. You've got 3 lifelines, but you can only use them each once. One is Ask Chris, which is me, obviously. Whether you think that's going to help you or not is another matter. 2 is a second guess. And as long as Craig and me remember not to say the answer out before you've decided to go for that, if you can't decide between 2 and you've got it wrong, you can have have another go and go for the other one. Or 3, if you don't like it at all, just switch the question totally, and Craig will have a backup question ready. 20 questions, total of 60 points. We start with the Leicester ones first, because then if you want to ask me, we're not doing it at the end when I could be a little bit biased. Not that I am, of course, 5 questions on LCFC, so they're worth 5 points, 8 each. 2, you then get 5 general football questions, which are worth 3 points. And then the easy bit for you at the end, 10 questions on your own team, which are worth 2 points each. Just had a thought, actually. I tell you, I'm not with it. This is a new laptop. I'm blaming it on that, and I'm pressing all the wrong buttons and dropping people out and all sorts here. Let's do that. There we go. I used to be good at this, Do you not think, Craig, last night? I mean, we moan about the officials, but we could have really done with that referee from the Africa Cup of Nations, couldn't we?
I think we could have done, couldn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Rich asked me just before we came on air about my thoughts on Brendan Rodgers as well. To be honest, I thought he should have switched it last night. I thought we were trying to play them at the same game, and Conte is a master at getting his teams well organised and playing at a high tempo. And I don't think we did enough to try and disrupt that. And we were getting outrun in midfield, but I think. I like what Rodgers says, and I quite like the fact that he seemed as angry as the rest of the fans after that defeat last night, and he wasn't afraid of pointing the finger at his star players, to be honest. So,
indeed.
Yeah.
You've been watching.
Just a quick one on that. I know a lot of Tielemans came in for a lot of stick last night, but being at the game, you see what's going on around it when the players are not on the ball. And Conte had it sorted. As soon as anybody of our wide players at the back got the ball and were looking to play into Tielemans, Lucas Moore on one side, I can't remember who it was on the other side, they just blocked the pass the whole time. So they weren't getting the ball into Tielemans as quickly as they normally would. So, you got to hold your hands up. Yes, we were very naive at the end, but you got to hold your hands up to Conte, who he's a top class manager, and they've done really well to get hold of him.
At last, they've got a decent manager. Rich, you've been doing it on your channel, and do give us a shout out. Where can people find you, apart from obviously Commodores.com?
You can find me at Eagle Eyed Football. Yes, covering Crystal Palace predominantly. But at the moment, also covering the African Cup of Nations. Please don't remind me about the referee, because it's annoying that every tournament.
Well, I was going to ask you. I thought you were covering it. What happened?
That specific game, I was making my way home from work. So my Roland, who I'm covering it with, I got in and he was just like, "Bro, did you see what happened?" I was like, "No, Twitter's blowing up. 85th minute, what's happened? Was there a red card? What? I've got to check it out for myself. I think he's left the dinner on or something. Where's he rushing to?" And then what made it worse? He then blew up at the 89th minute as well. What are you doing? As an African myself, the tournament doesn't get enough respect as it deserves. But at the same time, that's not always just other people's fault. It's the unfortunate corruption sometimes within the own institution, which doesn't help give it a good name. So, sorry, the tournament itself has actually been quite entertaining, but no one's going to remember it.
They're going to remember the referee.
They're going to remember the referee.
Yes. Yeah. So, and there I was going to moan about John Moss last night. We could have done with him.
Yeah, we could have done with him. Yeah.
But right, I need to get a bit of paper. I'm here for sort of ready. If you get a question right, I'm here with me. Yay! And if you get one wrong, so
you might be hearing that a few times.
Craig, take it away, sir.
Okay. Well, Leicester City questions up first, 5 points each, 5 of these. And obviously a lot of people use Chris for these as a yeah, I know. To be fair, Chris, I think your overall record is pretty good. I think there's been only a couple. There's only been a couple that have stumped you. There may be one in here. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, let's get.
By the way, if anybody wants to join in, sorry, Craig, if anyone wants to join in on the comments, yes, Dan, I've turned the comments off so you can join in. People, Craig and Rich can't see the comments, so they can't see your answers.
Yeah. Cool. Let's get cracking. Okay. Yeah. Question number 1 on Leicester City for 5 points. Last night's game against Spurs was the first Premier League game Leicester have played this year due to games being cancelled and postponed. Their last Premier League game was a 1-0 victory over Liverpool in December. Can you remember who scored the winning goal that night?
It wasn't Vardy. I've got 2 people in mind. I'm going to say Yuri Tielemans.
That is incorrect. Now, you do have your 50-50. If you were torn between 2, you've got to ask Chris, or you can just let that one slide and save those.
Let me let it slide.
Yeah.
Just in case there's something a little bit more complicated.
I knew that one as well.
Who would your other guess have been?
The other person was James Maddison, but I wasn't too sure.
No, that was wrong as well, I believe.
It was, yeah.
I believe it took me a while, but I do believe it was Lookman.
It was Ademola Lookman.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot he played for you, you know.
Okay.
And now I remember the goal. It was actually a very good goal, actually.
Yeah, it was a good goal, yeah.
Yes.
Question number 2. Again about last night. So James Justin made his long-awaited return from injury in last night's game. But can you remember from which club he joined Leicester in 2019?
No, not at all. So I'm going to take.
Technically, that's a correct answer, isn't it? No, I can't.
Yeah, true.
See, I thought he came from your academy.
No,
but clearly not. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say one of these championship sides because Brendan Rodgers is quite good at finding talent from other divisions. So let's say Charlton.
That's a fantastic guess. It's wrong, but it's a great guess. It is Luton Town.
I
hope you didn't want to use your second choice there.
I didn't have any other clue after that.
No. That's what I usually do, Craig.
Yeah, I know. I did get the feeling that it was just plucking names out the air. So, yeah. Okay. Still plenty of time, Rich, don't we? Question 3. Leicester won the FA Cup for the first time ever in 2021. But which team did they beat in the semi-final?
Oh, no. I'm thinking that's the year before where they beat Man United.
You're getting nothing from this face, Rich.
I know. Obviously, they played
Even when it
Chelsea.
lights up like that.
They played Chelsea in the final. Who did they play in the semi? I have no idea. But I'm going to say Manchester City. I cannot remember.
Although we did beat them in the Super Cup, as we like to call it, which is the Community Shield.
The Community Shield, yeah.
Super Cup, I like it.
Yeah.
Who did you play?
Yeah. So
you had Chelsea in the final.
Are you using your second guess with that or not? Or are you going to keep that?
Chris?
No, because my second guess, no, I have no idea. Shame. No.
Okay. It was Southampton.
Ah,
We won 1-0 with a goal from Kelechi Iheanacho.
they made it that far.
Man United, it was the quarterfinals, so that's
It
what
was,
you might
yeah.
have been thinking.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it was.
Yeah. That's cruel, Chris. That is cruel.
I love it. I love the band.
Question 4. Who was appointed Leicester manager following the sacking of Claudio Ranieri in 2017, just 8 months after winning the Premier League?
Nigel Pearson?
Nope. Have you got any other guesses, or you can ask Chris, or you can save that?
Let me have a quick think. I won't take it long. Actually.
No, it's all right.
No, that's all right.
So,
No, we'll
I know
tell
we've
you if you win it.
I know we've had Brendan Rodgers.
You've had 4 of the 5, just to say,
Yeah.
on Leicester questions. So if you're thinking of using me, I would say this one or the next one.
Yeah. Let me use it for
Personally,
this. Yeah, let me use it.
yeah, I would use it for this one as well.
Yeah.
To be honest, because I know the next.
Craig said there's one that I probably wouldn't get, and I've got them all so far. So
Yeah, you may get it, Chris, but if I
Yeah.
was going to choose one of the two to use it, it would be this one.
Oh, I hope I get it now.
I hope
I
you
do
get it right as well.
But this one though for you, Rich, I think I'm going to go with Craig Shakespeare.
It was indeed Craig Shakespeare. Craig Shakespeare was.
Yes, it was a
his
very brief
assistant.
period.
He got caretaker, and then he got the full-time job. Yeah. So 5 points. He's on the board. Well done.
I'll take that.
Final question in this round. Sticking with the Premier League winning squad, can you tell me which member of that Premier League winning squad has won 119 caps for his country? Oh, I like the way Chris sat back in his chair there.
Right, let's go. Schmeichel, Denmark. It was Wes Morgan and he, what's his name? The German centre back. But it would have been them two. Who played left back for Leicester that season?
I'm sat back because I'm struggling, but I think I could have a stab at it.
So your left back was the guy. He's really popular. I think I don't know if he's retired now, but he's really popular. I can't remember his name. I can't remember. He had right back, midfield. You have Mahrez, Kante. So he's currently got 119 caps. It can't be Kante then, because he hasn't played that many games for France. Maddison and Albrighton, Vardy. No, Vardy hasn't had it either. I'm gonna go Kasper Schmeichel, but I don't think it is.
It's not Kasper Schmeichel, no.
119 is a lot.
Yeah. I guess you're going to keep your second guess for one of the other rounds.
I'll keep it.
Yeah. Okay, Chris, do you want to have your stab?
So it's not the Great Escape team; it's the actual Premier League winning
It's the
team.
Premier League winning squad.
The only one that springs to mind would be this aforementioned left back, which was Christian Fuchs.
And that is incorrect too.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is Shinji Okazaki, who's got 119 caps for Japan.
Oh yeah, he was in your team.
To be honest with you, Rick, I'd even forgotten about him. Bless him.
That's a lot of caps.
It is a lot of caps, yeah.
Well, there's obviously, I mean, it is Japan. I'm not being funny here, but they may not have they've been blessed with a lot of good players.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what some of the people were guessing at in the thing. We've got Mike went for Luckman, as did Simon, and as did Dan. Although these guys, remember, they've got the advantage of being able to go on Google. We can't see them, so never worry too much. Mike and Dan went for Luton. Mike and Simon went for Southampton. And yeah, Dan went for my favourite away day, Southampton, because it's 5 minutes down the road. Niall, who's doing a quiz with me next week. Welcome up, Niall. How the devil are you? Craig Shakespeare question. Mike went for Claude Prowell and was wrong, as did Dan. Although I reckon Dan actually probably copied Mike's comment there and got it wrong. Niall went Shakespeare. I'm really, he did all right to say that, he was writing his books at the same time. I think he did really well just to have the time to manage us. And now Kane went for Huth, Christian Fuchs, and pretty much like I did. Dan went for Fuchs. Mike must have been drinking. He missed the question, or he dropped a dart in his foot. And that was it. TM, good evening. Yeah, I thought we'd see TM today. I thought we'd see. Oh, this is for you. Fan. This is for you, TM. Yeah, indeed. She is a Spurs fan, and it's all I can say. Right. Dan says Lionel Richmond must be big in Japan. No, that was actually Alphaville, wasn't it?
It was Alphaville. Yeah, well done, Chris. Well done.
An extra 5 points for me. Richard's at again. Who? What are they on about?
I asked that Shinji Okazaki question to a couple of other Leicester fans, and they ran through nearly all of the team before they got to him. So there's no shame in not getting that.
I wouldn't have. I'd completely forgotten about him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The problem is as well. I've got my Leicester calendar up here that my neighbour got me, and for January, as I've got to look for the whole month, I've got to look at Kasper Schmeichel, which is okay. But they got Perez on in January as well. maybe it's a hint that they put him on January when you've got the transfer window. Wow. Who knows? Yeah. But we are on. So you've had your Ask Chris. Yep. You got 5 points at the end of that round, which, to be fair, Craig will agree here, it's Leicester, so nobody does really well, Exactly. I don't even think the Leicester fan got all 5 right when he did it. And we'll go on to round 2.
Yeah, okay. There's a bit more familiar territory here, hopefully, before we get to your own. So, general football, 3 points each for these ones. Arsene Wenger holds the record for managing the most games in the Premier League with 828. But the current manager, who has been in charge of the most Premier League games, is David Moyes, with just over 450 games in charge. But can you name the 4 clubs he has managed in the Premier League?
Everton, Manchester United, West Ham. See, he was at Preston before Everton. There's another club in the Prem. Wait, so he went Everton, then Man United, got sacked from Man United, went to... Did he not go to Spain? Then went West Ham. Who's the 4th? It must be a team that's not in the division no more then. So let's see. Let's look in the championship we've got. It's Derby, Reading. No, it's not any of those. Sunderland? I don't know.
Is it?
I'm just shot in the dark.
Yeah. It's a very good shot in the dark because it was Sunderland. Well done. Yeah.
I'd forgotten some. I was thinking current teams as well.
I know.
And then I thought you were being cheeky and we're going to say West Ham twice.
No, that's what I was thinking about. Then I thought, naturally, they wouldn't do that.
Oh, he would. No, believe you me.
No. They're all very properly worded. All there's no trickster in there.
Because the obvious
Sunderland-
other teams like
Anyway.
West Broms and the Swanseas,
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't.
Even I
them,
was
so-
young when Swindon were in the Sunderland were in the Premier
Yeah.
League. That's how long ago it was.
Now then, this is right up your street, Rich. Okay. Based on what we were chatting about before we came on air. What happened for the first time in the history, and I'm going to have to be precise here, so listen to the question carefully. What happened for the first time in the history of the African Cup of Nations tournament this week in the game between Zimbabwe and Guinea?
We had our first female referee.
It was indeed. It was refereed by Salima Mukansanga from Rwanda.
Yeah, which
The
a
first
massive
woman
achievement.
to take charge of a game in the 57-year history of the tournament.
Yeah,
Did she get
And
the
I'm glad
timing
you-
right?
yeah. I'm glad you specified we had listened to the question carefully
Yes,
because
yeah.
the first time in history we also had a referee wanting to end the game early. So
Exactly. Excellent. Well done. 2 out of 2. Question number 3. What did Fulham do this week that hadn't been done since the 1933-34 season?
I have zero idea. What did they do? Maybe throw something random. Pay for the away fans to attend.
No, that's incorrect. Do you want to have a second guess or are you going to save that?
I'll save that.
Yeah.
Was it
I have
something to
no
do
idea.
with the number of goals they scored?
They became the first English club to score 6 goals or more in 3 consecutive games
Oh wow!
since the 1933-34 season when it was done by Chester City. Would you believe?
Chester.
They beat Reading 7-0, Bristol City 6-2, and Birmingham 6-2.
I did look at the table the other day. Actually, Reading are in trouble.
We'll get them in the next round of the cup if we get past Forest. Then
Okay, question 4. When England won the World Cup in 1966, which 2 teams contested the 3rd and 4th place playoff game?
Portugal. Let me think. What was it? Was it West Germany that was in the final? 'Cause I know Germany was split. I don't know if it was in that specific time. I'll say Uruguay. Wait. Yeah, let me go Uruguay.
That is incorrect. I'll tell you that one of those is correct.
I'm
If
sure
you
it's
want to use it,
Portugal
if
one.
you want to use a second guess, wait for it. Hang on. Is the referee making a comment down there? He's
no,
holding
not
his
until
pen.
Rich
Right.
has made his decision what
Yeah.
he's doing.
It's up to you whether you want a second guess or again whether you want to save that for your for future questions.
Let's have a second guess.
Nope.
I'm just gonna think of teams that are normally in that position. So you've got the likes of Brazil, Argentina.
I'm going to tell
Let's
you.
go.
Looking at the score, Rich, I'm going to tell you that Portugal is correct. So it's the
I thought
other
as
team
much.
that you need to get. Yeah,
I'll
That's
go
who it would
Argentina.
be.
Argentina then.
that is incorrect. Chris, did you have a shout on that?
Yeah, I did a bit of a thing the day with which teams sort of with the World Cup debuted in these different World Cups.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for a stab in the dark because I don't know whether it is or not, but I do know South Korea were very big in that World Cup, and I know they had a good run and they caused a couple of upsets. Did they get to the semis? No, to the 3rd place.
Well, I think, and someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that may have been North Korea at the time.
Was it North
Surprisingly
Korea?
enough.
It was one of the Koreas.
Yeah, but it was actually the Soviet Union.
Ooh,
Portugal beat the Soviet Union 2-1.
God.
And question 5. Now, you've told me you've been looking at the table, Rich, so here we go. Which team is currently bottom of the championship?
You know what? I should know this because I was focusing more on Derby just to see how many points. Wait. I remember the red badge, so it's going to be Rotherham or Bristol City.
If only you'd still got your second guess.
Yeah, I know.
But don't let me tell you whether either of those are right or wrong. That's just.
But there's other teams with red badges. Charlton's not in the division. So wait, Rotherham, Bristol City, Barnsley, Nottingham Forest, and it's not Nottingham Forest. Okay, it's not Rotherham. This is one of the B teams.
Because you've not submitted your answer, you can still switch the question if you want to as well, or you can save that.
I'll save the switch because I'll probably get stuck somewhere else. This one's not a bad one to have a guess. I've whittled it down to 2: Barnsley or Bristol City. Which team do I think's worse? Barnsley.
You did say Rotherham at one point, didn't you?
Don't tell me it's Rotherham.
It's not Rotherham, don't worry. It's actually Barnsley. Yeah, well done. It is Barnsley.
When you said Rotherham, I believed you then.
Because they are bad.
Yeah, well, we do a bit with the ex-player Julian Watson. His team that he sort of follows is Rotherham. And he was saying how good they've been playing, but I don't know. I didn't think they were, but they're not even in that division, Rotherham. So we were, but Barnsley was excellent. So
Rotherham not in it? I thought Rotherham were in it, or did they get relegated last season?
They must have got relegated because I can't see them. Let's have a look in League One.
Okay, let's see. So if that's Barnsley, I can't remember who else is down there, but there's Derby. Reading's just above the relegation zone.
Barnsley are actually level on points with Derby, but Derby's goal difference is +1 and Barnsley's goal difference is -20. So that's why they're not.
Oh, they're finished.
Well,
I can't find Rotherham.
No, you can't find them
anyway. Many people have said that over the years, and it's probably. Let's go. Fulham.
I thought they were in the championship, but I'll bow down to someone who's actually looking at the table.
Yeah,
we can't find them in either division.
We've got Barnsley, Derby, Peterborough, Reading, Cardiff, Hull, Birmingham, Swansea, Bristol, Blackpool, Preston North End, Millwall, Sheffield, Luton, Nottingham Forest, Coventry, Stoke, Huddersfield, Middlesbrough, West Brom, Queen's Park Rangers, Blackburn, Bournemouth, Fulham.
They must have got relegated last season.
I couldn't see them in any of the others, so Rotherham have disappeared off the map.
There you go.
So, well done, you got 3 correct, so you got 9 points there, Rich. Let's have a look what people were guessing at in the... Rotherham are first in League One, apparently. This is why Mike's a mod, you see. He knows these things. Oh, I've got Wickham as top of League One, Mike.
Unless he played.
Oh, no, Rotherham, there they are. Fourth. I found Rotherham. That's all right. If you're living in Rotherham, you're safe. I found you. Don't worry. They are, they're sitting 4th place at the moment. Right, let's have a look where we're going. So Dan said he got it quite correct. Everton, West Ham, Manchester United and Sunderland. He also said reft by a lass. Typical Byrne. It was reft by a lass, my lord. And he went score 30 goals plus in under 10 games. That was close. Mike got it right. Mike is very knowledgeable, he says. And he even gave us the score. My God, Mr. Google's such a good friend, Mike. Mike said Argentina. It was Soviet Union. and Dan just admitted he hadn't got a clue. Something we've known for many, many weeks, Dan. Mike, South Korea, North Korea got under. Yeah, well, it was North Korea. How do you know all this information, Mike? You know what you got? You must have a huge brain to store all this useless information. Let's be honest with you. He went for Barnsley. Barnsley. Dan went for Rotherham is in League One. Yep. TM, I wasn't going to say this, but as you was cheeky, come on, you Spurs. To you, Mike said Peterborough. Anyway, while we're at this point, let's have a look because you got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is that correct? Do you agree, Craig?
I do agree. So, yeah, you're going to see where that puts him on the table at the minute.
I'm going to show you where that puts you on the table. Well, what you need at the moment.
49 points.
Yes, Ankit is. I mean, Mike's probably sat there thinking now, I could do this, but we've had a Man United fan on. It's one from each team. Ankit did know his stuff, didn't he, Craig?
He did. Well, yeah, he did.
Yes.
He did.
Well, obviously. Southampton are bottom on 24. Burnley, they wish. They're third from bottom at the moment on 30 points. So 25 points. So to get on the table, you're going to need 11 points or more. And these questions are worth 2 points each, but there are 10 of them.
Oh, gosh.
So we could be going, it could get quite interesting.
Yeah. And I believe you've still got your substitute question as a lifeline. Yeah. Okay. Shall we have a
quick
go?
question. Has Dan made it to 300 subs yet? I'm waiting to see him eat that chip.
No, he hasn't at the moment. In fact, he had one of those nights last night when somebody, because you see, you're going up and then a couple will unsub you and you come back down again. We're all waiting for him to eat this hot chip.
Right, I'm going to contact my friends.
Yeah. Thing is, Rich. Thing is, when he's normally pisses in the corner, so when he has that hot chip, where's he going to shit? You know what I mean? Kate, his partner, will wake up in the morning and we're there in the middle of the bed, just next to him. It'll be one of these. Yes. See, that's my new toy, can't you?
So you're having fun too.
Dan, oh no, sorry. I've started thinking about things now. Move on, Craig. Move on quickly. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm confident you're going to get a few points on the board here, Rich. Let's get cracking with question 1. In which year did Palace move to their current home of Selhurst Park?
Oh, gosh.
Easy like Sunday morning.
No, it's not.
It shouldn't be.
Some people will have known this Selhurst Park.
It's a pressure, you see. It is a bit more difficult when you're actually doing the quiz.
I've only ever known Selhurst Park. All right, let's try and put into perspective. So there's this room of 1861.
You can.
Let me switch this question.
Yeah, I was going to say you can only switch it before you've given an answer. So you're going to switch it out.
Yeah, I'll switch it out.
What would your guess have been? Pick some numbers. Yeah. I give you a clue. It was 19 something.
He's helpful like that.
Let's see. The only thing that I can bring to 1905. I don't know. That had some sort of resemblance.
1924.
Yeah, you learn something every day.
Yeah, but you switched it anyway, so let's see if you do better with the sub question.
Where do Crystal Palace play their home games now?
Yeah, where did they play before they moved to Selhurst Park? Which trophy did Crystal Palace win in consecutive seasons in the 1976-77 and 1977-78 seasons. They were the first team to complete this feat since Chelsea, who won the same trophy in 2 consecutive years, 59-60 and 60-61.
These are all before my time.
Hey, don't start pulling that one. Don't start pulling the old "I'm too young."
Probably the last time you won anything, wasn't it, Rich?
To be fair,
scored.
you know, I mean, this was more recent than the World Cup final, and you had a good stab at that question. So,
yeah, because I guess growing up, they threw the World Cup in our faces.
they did,
Not Palace history, which means I should actually go do some more Palace history. Actually, that's going to be my homework from now on.
Yeah.
Let's have a stab in the dark and just say, no, the Cup Winners' Cup. No, that was a European competition. The football trophy. I don't know.
No, it was the FA Youth Cup.
Ah, fair play.
Yeah, you won it in
I didn't realize that was
seasons.
I didn't realize that was there at the time.
Yeah.
I would have guessed the League Cup, to be honest with you. Yeah.
No. Okay, question 2. The 1996 Football League Division 1 playoff final between Palace and Leicester saw one of the most dramatic finishes when Steve Claridge scored the dramatic winner with virtually the last kick of the game. But can you remember which player gave Palace the lead in that game?
96.
I think you
Chris
did.
Armstrong.
No, I think you did exactly the same the following year when you scored a last-minute winner to get promoted. Sorry, did you say Chris Armstrong?
Yeah.
That's incorrect, I'm afraid. It was, you took the lead in the 14th minute through Andy Roberts.
Okay.
So no, I was thinking Freeman for some reason. I don't know if he's ever a good player.
Yeah, he was good. He played a little.
Freeman.
He played a little bit later on. Also.
Question 3. Which former club legend is currently sporting director at Palace?
Dougie Freeman.
It is Dougie Freeman.
Oh my God! I had no idea.
Yeah, just throw Dougie Freeman in for every question.
I might do. I might just do that.
Yeah.
You get it right at some point, don't you? Sorry, I didn't know that. That was the chances of that coming up.
I know.
If Craig had thought in advance, he'd have probably put that as the last question just to give it a break.
Well, to be fair, I didn't know that he was going to guess at Dougie Freeman, or you were. So
I was.
Anyway, question number 4. Crystal Palace's largest ever received transfer fee record is held by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who moved to Man United for a fee of around 45 million in June 2019. But who held the record before that when he left the club in August 2016 for a free fee of 25 million?
Wilfred Sarr, I'm sure, to Manchester United.
No, it was Yannick Bolasie who moved to Everton.
So how much did Wolf move for?
I think it was earlier than that, wasn't it? So it was probably a bit less.
Yes, it was. It was earlier. It was 2014.
Talking of transfers, question 5. The most recent transfer between Palace and Leicester saw Jeffrey Schlopp leave the King Power for Selhurst Park in the January transfer window of 2017. The previous transfer between the two clubs saw a transaction going the other way, but can you remember who left Palace after making 114 appearances and scoring 20 goals to move to Leicester on a free transfer in 2011?
20 goals for Palace. That's rare.
20 goals in 114 appearances.
Yes, it's definitely not Andrew Johnson because he got like 18 in one season. 2011. When did Kabai leave us? No, not it. No, Johan Kabai might have been a little bit after that.
He left it was on a free transfer as well.
Yeah. But I don't recall Johan Kabai going to Leicester. These questions have really stumped me. Right, so let's not take too long and pick somebody. We'll pick nobody. I'll pass on it because I'm not entirely sure. Let me just say Kabai. I don't think it's correct though.
Okay. Can you remember, Chris?
No.
Anybody coming from Palace?
I can think of Palace, but I think he went from us to Palace, and that was Mark Bright. He didn't come the other way, I don't think. So no, I've no idea. To be honest with you.
It was Neil Dans.
Oh,
jeez!
Everybody dance now. I loved it. I loved him. It was a great.
And then he went Birmingham. He was at Birmingham as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't really settle, or he didn't really get a chance, did he, at Leicester?
No, he was off the bench a lot, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think Neil Dans. Yeah. Okay. Question number 6. Crystal Palace currently hold the record for the most points accumulated by a team that was relegated from the Premier League, which was the 1992-93 inaugural season of the Premier League. Palace finished with 49 points, but were relegated on goal difference. Can you tell me which team survived that season with a goal difference that was 2 better than Palace? 49 points and getting relegated. But
That's
who
harsh.
stayed up in your place?
I'm going to guess Coventry because they weren't really a good side back then.
No, it was Oldham.
Yes.
They were in the Prem?
Yeah. Yeah. Oldham Athletic. Ian Marshall, if you're watching.
Yeah. I should have known that. There's a lot of you're on YouTube, you watch something and then it sends you loads of suggestions. And they did a lot. They've been sending me these last day relegation battles.
Yeah.
And that was one of them. And I was racking my brain and I'd forgotten Oldham. As many people have.
I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? 49 points and going down.
Yeah.
It's just madness.
These days. I mean, see, Burnley can only dream of that, can't they? Going down.
49 points over 2 seasons.
Well, that's true. I'll stick it in and you just push it there, Craig.
Okay, Rich, this is the who am I question. I was born in Croydon in 1986 and started my professional career at Wimbledon. I moved with the club to Milton Keynes in 2004 before being released in 2006. I then had a brief spell in non-league football with Fisher Athletic and Lewis before I resurrected my Football League career with Barnet. After leaving them in 2008, I played for another 6 clubs before arriving at Palace, initially on loan in 2013. I went on to play over 150 games for the club, scoring 15 goals. I am currently captain of the team I play for in the Cypriot First Division.
Punch.
That is correct. Jason Punchin. Did you get that quite early on through there?
It was the appearances.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I thought he'd scored more for you than that, to be honest. I think he had a prolific season, didn't he, when he seemed to be banging them in from all over the place.
Yeah, the FA Cup final season, that was a very good season for him as well.
Yeah. Okay, question number 8. According to the official Premier League website, which of these players has made the most Premier League appearances for the club? Gareth Southgate, Richard Shaw, or Chris Coleman?
Oh, Richard Shaw was Coventry as well.
But these are Premier League appearances for Palace.
Yeah. I'm going to say Gareth Southgate.
Coleman played 73. Shaw played 74. Southgate played 75. Well done. Yeah. Well
That was a
done.
bit close, that one you picked there.
It was, yeah.
The only reason I ended up going with Southgate as a sort of sure is because he then opened our recent academy and they like made a big deal out of it. So that was kind of like I was thinking,
Well, you got it. So that's good. Question 9. Crystal Palace have a reputation for reappointing managers, with no fewer than 10 having managed the club on more than one occasion, including spells as caretaker managers. But only one has been appointed caretaker manager 3 times without ever being given the full-time manager's role. Can you name him?
Three times as caretaker.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think for our assistants. Who's been really bad for us, Gaff? Let me go George Burley.
No, it was Keith Millen.
And that
It was caretaker 3 times between 2013 and 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And your final question. Only 6 players have represented England whilst playing outside the top 2 domestic leagues. 2 of those players were playing for Crystal Palace when they won their caps in the 3rd division. Can you name either of them?
Well, I'm in Division 2 at the time, I guess. And England caps. Oh gosh.
So that's the equivalent of what is now League One.
League One, yeah. And that was really during our lowest point. I'm trying to think.
We've been there, Rich. We've been down there.
I just had someone in my head. I could picture the face and I can't even think of the name. And I'm not saying this person's correct, but it's someone who played in that back in the day.
Let me just see if you're right. Hang on. No, I can't
Cheers.
picture him.
Cheers, Greg. So one of them's a manager now, and he used to play for us. But I can't for the life of me think of who that is. Nah, I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. In 1961, it was Johnny Byrne.
I would have known that.
And in 1976, one of Chris's all-time favourites, Peter Taylor.
Ah.
Oh, why did you have to bring him into a question? Oh,
There we
wash
go.
your mouth out. Wash your mouth out, young man.
Sorry, we're all done. I mean, yeah, they were pretty tough, Rich. I do apologise.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I'm learning.
Yeah. And it's the usual thing. Quite a few of those, as soon as I said it, it sort of, you were like, yeah, they were there. The answers were in there. It's just pulling them out when you're under pressure.
Or just not knowing them.
I'm trying to be kind, Rich.
No need to be kind with me.
You've got some boxing. Let me just put them on block.
Yeah.
I'm propping up I know I'm propping up the table now, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Right, there we go. So
Yep.
let's have a look what everybody was saying. Mike says he just watched football and picks it up. Let's hope you've not been watching any girls then, because you don't know what you might pick up.
Rich, feel free to try these questions on your fellow Palace fans and see how they get on.
I will do.
Yeah.
I will do.
I don't think Dan was too happy with me mentioning the poo in the bed. Mike, I think this. Well, I don't. A few of them jumped straight to the ears. I think this was strong because it was Crystal Palace. It was stumping a lot of them. We had the Sherpa Vans trophy pop up. Mike wasn't around in 1907. Yeah, he agreed. In Freeman, which is who I went with. Big Bad Doug, Sahar, Balassi, or Kabay. I think was Balassi the answer.
It was Balassi.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, on one of those.
Where's he now? Do you know? Didn't he had a bad injury, didn't he? I don't know if he's still at Everton. He had a really bad injury that put him out for the best part of a year. I think.
I'm not sure. All I can say is, Rich, thank you so much. It's the taking part.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. No, thanks very much for doing it. There were some hard ones in there. I've got to be honest with you. I mean, quick talk about Palace. I mean, I don't know if Craig would agree with me. I thought when Roy left that you were going to struggle this season. I had you down as, fighting and maybe only just staying up. Vieira was new and, the experience. But, you're not having a bad season, are you?
We really aren't. And, I mean, I can't really criticize people for thinking that way. Roy, he stabilized us as a club. But I think at the same time, as fans, we were kind of like answer the question, where are we actually going? Mm-hmm. It's as if we were just a team that will just happily just sit in between 17th and 14th and not make nothing of it. Then you had teams coming up like the Leeds, the Villas, the Wolves. And I know obviously some of them have better finances than we have, but they were coming in playing an expensive brand of football and giving it a go. So when Vieira came in, I was extremely happy because it was kind of, I think all our previous managers have been British managers. So this was, I thought, okay, we're trying something different here. I don't mind that. If it fails, oh well, because the last foreign manager actually was Frank de Boer and he was a total train wreck and such. But what I liked about the Vieira appointment is that he actually went to the MLS, which so said to me, he's not kind of like a Billy Big Bollocks sort of thing, like I'm too big, like whereas Frank Lampard turned us down and said we're not big enough club. You've managed Derby and you failed at Chelsea. How dare you, you know what I mean? So I'm crazy happy. I'm frustrated, which is weird because we're Palace, but we could actually be 6th, 7th and stuff. And that sounds so crazy coming from us. Like, so it's okay. We're now like being annoyed that we've not taken many points as we should have. But then also at the same time thinking, wow, we look really good as a team.
And you've got a couple of good you've got Eze coming back, I think, from injury. And for me, Elise looks a fantastic
He's
player.
phenomenal. He's so good.
Yeah.
Really,
he would have been the ideal player for us, I think. I mean, Rodgers has been after a right-sided, left-footed player for a long time. And he would have fit the bill. He looks like he looks at home in the Premier League straight away, to be honest.
He's ready. He's ready. Yeah. And fair play to Dougie because we've been picking up some real talent for very cheap. I think our transfer, we spent 64 million in the summer, which included Elise for 8 million. Edward was 12. Anderson was, I think, 15 with add-ons. Gay was 18 with add-ons.
He's been solid as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. And Will Hughes was 6 mil or 5 mil. So like we've done good business, I'm hoping we can strengthen in January, which is obviously always tough. But I feel we need another centre back. We need cover up full back as well because Joe Ward's legs are going.
You are having. Sorry, carry on.
I was just saying Tyreek Mitchell's been brilliant for us, but if he gets injured, we're screwed. So yeah.
I think.
Go on, Chris. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I think you've had a very similar season to Leicester. Your inconsistency would sum your season up, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. But the thing is, with the inconsistencies, I don't recall many games where we've played terrible. It's just maybe a bit of we've been unlucky, or we haven't taken our chances and been punished. But I'll say the 3 games I think we were really bad, and I believe we lost all 3. Yes, we did. Villa, so we lost 2 and drew 1. So we had a period of games where we had Villa, Burnley, who we drew 3-3 with, and Leeds, who we lost to. And I think that's probably the worst patch of football we've played this season.
I mean, you probably easily could have had another 6-8 points if you'd hung on to those leads. But I mean, the most difficult challenge of hanging on to anything, I think, is going to be Gallagher in the summer. Whether he'll get a chance at Chelsea, I'm not sure. But I think, with no disrespect, I think there'll be some big clubs coming in looking at him in the summer, I think.
And I won't be surprised. I don't think he should go back to Chelsea, personally. I'm hoping. I think the best we can hope for is another season loan.
Yeah,
I mean, we're playing for us. He's managed to get into the England setup.
Yeah.
So there's been benefit. However, I wouldn't begrudge him if, let's just say, like a Spurs, or even yourselves, who are.
If we're losing Tielemans, I would love Gallagher.
Yeah, so who are kind of like on the border of some sort of European football. I think he's ready for that.
Yeah, I think he's been one of my players of the season.
Yeah, he's been superb.
Yeah,
he's been fantastic.
2 players I want to ask you about. First one, his name was mentioned before, Jeffrey Schlopp. I mean, he when he was at Leicester, he always had the speed, but he didn't really have the finishing touch in him. And 9 times out of 10, the ball ended up in Rose Ed. How's he? I mean, we know he got the equaliser against Leicester when you got a very lucky point that you didn't really deserve. If you don't mind me saying.
Let's just say we just wrapped you a couple of goals. Like, here
You kind of did, didn't you? It was very generous of you. But what are your thoughts on Schlopp?
He's been a very loyal servant to us, and he's very versatile. He's played in multiple positions for us. He's starting to see a lot more minutes now, and that's kind of partly due to injuries and obviously players at AFCON. I think because we've now gone out and got wingers, he's struggling to find the space in the side. Which is a shame because I like Jeffrey Schlopp. And as a Ghanaian, I was annoyed that he wasn't selected for our side because we were terrible. We were really bad. But he's been brilliant for us. I don't know how many seasons he's got in him. I think he's on the wrong side of 30 now. So, but as a squad player with the versatility he has, every team would want a Jeffrey Schlopp.
I think he is a good squad player, isn't he? Just on the Ghana thing, it'd be interesting to know your opinion of a player who's turned a lot of opinions at Leicester over this season, Daniel Amati.
Oh, he was terrible for us.
Yeah.
And he's normally decent, and that's the frustrating bit. He plays right back predominantly for you, doesn't he?
Well, but he's been shipped into centre half recently.
Take him out of there.
We haven't got the choice. We can take him out.
Many.
But then there's a hole. We might have to put Vestergaard in. Oh God!
I'm surprised he's not really at the best of times, has he?
I mean, I think in the past, Amati has played a lot better for Ghana than he has for Leicester, and maybe it's just switched this season that he's played a lot better for us than he has for you.
Yeah, if you saw Comoros's first goal, and somehow he found himself like at left wing back position and got completely rolled by their forward.
Is it just me that had to look up where Commodus was?
No, you're not the only one, and this is who we lost to.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Daniel Amati, he's the only hope that I think that Vestergaard's got, because last season he was Vestergaard. We didn't, oh God, he's in the squad. No, I mean, I remember for the Charity Shield, we were walking up Wembley Way and they were just announcing the teams. And they said Amati was in. We went, oh, you could hear all, you could see who the Leicester fans were. Yeah. And they all went, oh, and he was man of the match. He has come good now. He's probably the best defender we've got available, isn't he, Craig?
He is. He has been really good this season, to be fair. A lot more vocal, a lot more organising, but clearly, I mean, the fact that you finished bottom of that group, there's clearly something wrong in that squad.
Yeah, it's the buck starts with the Ghana Footballing Association. We've hired a coach in Milo who in September last year, and it was such a rash decision because he's 60 plus. He's coached us before. He was pragmatic then. He's still pragmatic now. Then we look at the inability to attract the better players out there. So when you look at the Ivory Coast, their diaspora is brilliant. Like they've got Saha, Hala, the Ajax striker, Sangari, Pepe. That they've made sure that those players who are playing for the biggest teams around Europe want to play for them. We've had so many issues before, unfortunately, as a nation, where there's like political corruption and stuff, and then sometimes you got the players holding the government to ransom, or the government holding the players to ransom. Which player was it that I was speaking to Roland about? I can't remember, but it was like the Ghana FA was like, well, you have to pay this amount of money if you want to get picked for the side. And it's like, what? And it's crazy. There's so much Ghanaian talent out there. And I feel that they're going to pick other nations just because of the way that we're run.
Can I just say, I need you two as a witness for this here. First of all, Dan, with the news you've had this week, you shouldn't be doing this, mate. But thank you so very, very much there for your donation. But you shouldn't be doing that at all this week. Don't care how much money you donate. I'm not taking the video down. I just want to say there's got witnesses here. I am not taking the video down. But thank you, young man. Thank you very much. I've got another player I was going to ask you about, because he was very heavily linked with us for obvious reasons. And we went and got Daka, and you got Edouard. He got 2 goals in his first game. Pleased with him or not pleased? Seems to be doing all right for you.
100% pleased with him. Like Vieira's, funny enough, has actually deployed him more on the left hand side. And he's actually very good there. I mean, his hold up plays phenomenal. His link up plays really good. Obviously, would want him to score more goals. I think he's got 4 so far. But it is his first season. And I'm sure goals will come. Zaha has a lot of work to do when he gets back. And yes, he is a very good player, but I know PV is not going to be happy with like his petulant nature and stuff. He's just so easy to get rattled, and I think the fans are starting to say, listen, we've had enough of you as well, as well as no matter how good he is, like if you're going to be a detriment to the side, then we'll just play Edouard on the left-hand side. But Edouard's been superb for us. Daka is unbelievable, by the way. He's a very, very good player.
Somebody asked me the other day, Craig, and Daka, he's obviously going to be Vardy's replacement when Vardy gets to the point where he can't do a full 90, and Daka will always be starting, I think. And I feel sorry for Inacho because he was just coming good. And now he's kind of being like, yeah, we've got Daka now.
I mean, you can send him to Selhurst Park if you feel like it.
I tell you what, you can have Perez. Do you fancy Perez at all?
We've had a terrible habit of buying strikers that don't work.
Vestergaard, do you need a defender? But
we need a defender to sit on the bench. Actually, we need cover because we've only got Tompkins.
Have him. I tell you what.
Actually, I wouldn't mind that.
Buy Vestergaard off, and we'll just throw Perez in as a buy one get one free deal. But yeah, Daka's been brilliant, hasn't he, Craig?
He has. It's. I think the rest of the team has got to learn to play to his strengths a little bit more as well. I don't think it comes naturally because he rarely wants to come towards the ball and get it into feet. And last night, again, he was making a lot of runs and not getting the ball. They weren't playing it early enough because, I think it's the law in the Premier League these days, but that you've got to have at least 6 passes before you can release a striker. So he was making a lot of runs and not getting the ball. But so I think they need to learn to play to his strengths better. But he looks a really top class talent, and he looks to be loving playing at Leicester, which is great.
Yeah, yes. I hate asking this. I really, really do. But I'm always saying, if you don't ask, you don't get. And I don't like to miss my opportunity. But Rich, any chance of any tickets for your next concert?
I'll talk to my agent and see what I can do.
Thank you so much for coming on and taking it. Give a laugh out. You're a great guy. Your channel's brilliant. You have a laugh and a joke on it. I often pop in and watch it. Where can people find you? Give it a shout out again.
Once again, Eagle Eyed Football, so predominantly Crystal Palace content. I actually only started this channel in May. Someone was just like, you speak well about football, start a channel. I'm like, me? I'm a primary school teacher. I don't have time for that. I've started I love it. I mean, you just get to meet so many wonderful people, and what's better than talking football? It's hard to do it over down the pub because of the C word, but so let's do it online, Can
you not, your primary school, is that just a bit too young to sit down and talk about tactics? And
Luckily, I've got year 5 and they all know I'm a Palace fan, so if I come in with a very sour face, they're like, first team lost.
Brilliant, mate. Thanks so much. It's been a laugh.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Coming on.
And don't worry, when it is the return at the King Power, we'll definitely have you guys on our channel.
And we'll definitely have you back on as well for the chat on this side as well.
100%.
Stay safe, mate. Thanks very much. Good luck for the rest of the season, as long as you finish below Leicester, of course.
As long as you stay in the division, I don't care.
I think you do more than that now. I think you do more than that.
We'll be all right.
All the best, mate. Thanks very much, and stay safe. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye. Cheers. Do you think he's going to save me some tickets?
I'm not sure, Chris, to be honest.
That one. Right.
Nice guy, really nice guy.
He is, isn't he? Absolutely lovely. And I'm surprised he hasn't got a job with a lookalike company. A Lionel Richie strippergram.
Yeah, maybe a little.
What do you think, mate? Lionel Richie strippergram? Go on, you can do it. Think of the money. What the hell, that bloke? You could give up teaching. Well, you'd have to, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. But
well, give me a second. You might like this actually. Sorry, I know you wanted to wrap up. I'll see if I can find this really quick. Oh my days. So
I really hope this isn't the music you do it to, Rich.
Oh no. So obviously, what do you call it? This whole line.
What the picture is having just talking about stripograms.
There it is. Yeah. So obviously, one of my mates, Santiago, he did a decent Photoshop. You've probably seen me post this up on.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I love it. Oh God, brilliant. You do know now. If I've clipped that of Dan's, you know that's going to get clipped, don't you?
I don't mind. I poke fun at myself all the time anyway.
As soon as the first time I saw you, I just looked and went, it's not.
It has literally stuck since that day.
My fault. Yeah. Well, I'm surprised nobody had come up with it before, to be honest.
No, because before I've had Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And such. Someone says Sherman Clump.
I wasn't that cruel, was I? Come on.
And such. Well, if you want to roast me more next week, because we had our 500 subs, so we agreed to do like a roast week.
Well done.
Obviously, we've actually grown since AFCON started, which has been amazing. So I'm looking at hopefully Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Myself, Jordan, and Nate, so those other co-hosts, we're gonna be roasted one day each next week, hopefully, because it's International Week next week, isn't it?
It is.
So we can fob that off.
Yes.
So feel free to come on. I think mine will be the last one, so mine will probably be Friday. Feel free to come on and just take the
I will look out for that. I'm sub to your channel, so it should come up with when you're on. So yes, I will. I will look.
I'll put it in all the groups as well and stuff. So yeah, come and take the mick out of us. This is what we're here for. I'll leave you to it,
brilliant,
guys.
mate. All the best. Thanks a lot. Stay safe. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. I still think that's a business side. You should go on Dragon's Den with that.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, we could go on as his manager, Chris.
Yeah. Hello, is it me you're looking for? Well, hey, on that note, Craig, willing to have you back, mate.
Yeah, you're welcome. Enjoyed that. It was good fun.
Yeah, brilliant.
I had a feeling that it might have been a little bit of a tough one, and so it proved. But,
I did, I'm so sorry. I didn't realise I hadn't sorted his age out, but
no, that's fine. I'm going to say I don't think they were particularly age related, so I don't think there was anything too early there. But
he was worried because he was on doing a watch along just before he came live, and I popped on to chat with it and what have you, and he was really scared. He was really worried about it, and that is why I always go on this side, and I'll never answer the questions on that. But we've got another one next week, haven't we?
We have indeed. Wolverhampton Wanderers, I think.
Wolves, yes. We're going to be running out of teams soon. We'll have to go into the Championship.
I'm improving my knowledge of all our other Premier League teams, though, that's for sure.
I'm impressed you're still coming up with the Leicester questions.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. Jimmy, don't forget, if you ever you did the questions on the Leicester quiz, didn't you? Was it you that took on Brad?
I came in and I've not taken him on yet. No.
Oh, because we've got Leicester City. Yes,
I know. I think I was due to take on. I think I was due to take on the winner, and Brad lost the night I was watching. Yes.
There's something you couldn't have guessed. Brad lost. Who was he? Daniel, wasn't it? Yes, of course it was. Yes, yeah. So if you ever need any questions, give me
Thanks, mate.
Give me a bell. Mate, thanks very much for coming on. Glad to see you having a smile and everything. And I will see you tomorrow night for the Brighton one. Is that right?
Well, indeed, yeah.
Yeah, 8 o'clock for the preview. And God, I can't do another. We've got to win it, haven't we? We've got to win it.
Well, it's not going to be easy. Let's put it that way.
It is Leicester. When is it ever easy?
No.
Craig, thank you so much. I'll let you go and get a brew because I'm down for one as well. And I will see you soon. Oh,
cheers. Bye, everyone.
Message, message for you here from Dan. Brilliant effort, Craig, in the circumstances. Look forward to seeing you a bit more on the show. Thanks,
cheers, Dan. Really appreciate that. Brilliant. Thanks, mate.
All the best, Craig. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Cheers.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Tomorrow... I've got sloppy threes, if that's such a word. 12:30. You can catch me on Let's Talk Tottenham channel. That's going to be a laugh a minute, isn't it? So I'll get through that. 8 o'clock. It is the Brighton preview show with me and him, Craig, next on 8 o'clock tomorrow. And then at 9 o'clock, I am nipping over to Dan's channel. If he sends me the link, because of course, having done that video, and you must please check out that video, Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube. Go under the a limit. Yeah, no problem, Craig. Got your message. Cheers. Go on under latest shows, and you will just see as a how to wind up a friend. You know I love you, Dan. I do. And let's get Dan to the 300 because I want to see if let's say if he pisses in the corner of his bedroom just for being Dan, what's he going to do when he's had one of those hot, chili, spicy thingy bits? But yeah, let's see him. Let's see him. Want to poo in the bed? That's what we want. Oh, those were the nights, eh? Oh, there we go. Just Dan. Sorry, Rich just popped back. Hello. I did feel bad. I did bad, Dan. Thank you so much for having me on. It was awesome. Now to watch the video of Dan. You go for it, mate. You go for it. I tell you what, it was fun. It was fun. It's as we always used to get told at school, it's the taking part that matters. Thanks for everybody that joined in. Thanks for TM and Terry and Dan and Mike all in the chat there. And I will see you, like I say, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, and we're going to be talking Brighton. Not looking forward to it. Thanks for everything, guys. Don't forget, subscribe to Leicester Till I Die TV. It really does help the channel if you subscribe. If you don't want to click on notifications so you don't get bothered all the time, that's fine. Just subscribe to the channel. And if you are listening, thank you so much. I'm hopefully going to be making an announcement about the podcast soon. If I ever actually get a chance for me and this guy, we keep ringing. We're speaking to each other's answer phones at the moment. And then I'll leave you with this for Dan when he's had his hot chip challenge. Yep, there you go, Dan. Sound effects, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 8. Take care, stay safe. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
That's all, folks.
Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over. It is now.